Hey guys, so for this week's video, I'll be talking about my love for short track speed skating and how I met short track speed skater Jordan Malone, which was the best day ever. Yeah, so I hope you like it. Okay, so my love for short track started in 2010. I was watching The Biggest Loser, and the contestants were visiting the Olympic Training Center, and they met speed skater J.R. Selski. And so then that was in January. And in February, the Olympics started. And I was watching, and short track was on. And I was like, hey, that looks like the speed skater the contestants had met. And so I looked it up, and it was the same person, and the rest was history. I started looking up all the members on the team: Apollo Ono, J.R. Selski, Jordan Malone, Travis Shaner, and Simon Cho. Then I decided to create a Twitter. And my Twitter name was Speed Skating Fan. The sole purpose of my Twitter was to tweet these Olympians and to try to get them to talk to me. And I was really crazy and weird and obsessive. I went back and looked at it the other day, and I tweeted them like 20 times a day each. And it was ridiculous. Anyways, they have all tweeted me since 2010. Even if it took a while, they eventually all tweeted me. I've since tweeted them a little less and not been so creepy and weird, and I've used my Twitter for other purposes besides just tweeting Olympians. So the 2014 Olympics roll around, and they aired trials on TV, and I kept tweeting the boys and they tweeted me, and it was really awesome. So the Olympics come, and they don't show the races live. They usually compete in the morning and then just air at prime time. But if you watched online, you could watch it live. I did that. I would log in every morning at like 4 in the morning, and I would watch them race, and it was so great watching them. Even if they didn't have the great start that they wanted, they finished strong, and it was awesome. Like, I knew they were having fun anyway, because Jordan Malone would post videos on YouTube of them goofing off and like going different places, so that was really cool. So my friends at school would always ask me, like, why are you in love with short track? Like, what's so great about it? And I think it's awesome because it's one of the most intense sports to watch. Like, you can train and train and train, and then go into a race, and something could happen. You could crash and be out, or someone else could crash and you could win. It's so unpredictable. Like, you never know what's going to happen. Another reason I love short track is because the guys are awesome. They tweet their fans all the time, and they post videos, and they try to stay connected to their fans who are supporting them. So, like I said, I am obsessed with short track speed skating. I woke up at 4 in the morning to watch it live, and I also wrote my English paper about short track speed skating. And if you don't believe me, it's right here in all its wonderful glory. I actually got an A on it, so it is pretty glorious. As I mentioned, like throughout the video, I have gotten a lot of tweets from speed skaters. I've gotten from Apollo, JR, Eddie, Travis, but the speed skater who has tweeted me the most has been Jordan Malone, and he's tweeted me at least 20 times in the past 4 years, and I am so appreciative of that. He is so awesome with his fans, and I actually got to meet him the other day, so I'm just going to tell you that story because it's awesome. So Jordan tweeted that he was flying into DC, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're in DC, oh my gosh, you're in DC. And he retweeted it, and he favorited it. And so I tweeted him again. I was like, hypothetically, if my friend and I are in DC tomorrow, could we meet you? And he didn't answer, so me and my friend just went to DC. We had a fun day. And then he tweeted me back, like, that night or something, and was like, I'm actually in Maryland, but you're more than welcome to come say hi. So I start texting my friends, and I'm like, who wants to go, who wants to go, who wants to go? And I tweeted Jordan, like, asking him what times he's going to be there, and he tweeted me, like, 3 times telling me, like, the dates and the times and all that stuff. I'm still texting my friends, trying to figure out who can go, and no one can. They all have work, they're busy, whatever. So I figure, okay, well, it's not going to happen. So the next morning, I go to story time with Owen and my mom, and we come out, and we're in the car, and my mom tells me, okay, we can try, but if there's really bad traffic, we're going to turn around. And I was like, okay. So we're in the car and we're driving there, and there's a little traffic, but it's not like too bad. And we're like getting close, and I'm texting my friends, and I'm like, I'm so nervous. Like, what do I say to him? We like get off at the exit, and then we miss the turn for the place, so we have to turn around and go back. And I'm like freaking out. So we're like pulling into the parking lot, and we're like driving in like this lane to drive past the front, and we were gonna go park on the other side. Whatever, and there's a car with the trunk open, and I'm like not looking at who's in the car, but my mom's like, hey, is that him? And I like look over real quick, and I only catch a glance like before we drove by, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that's him. And my mom's like, nuh-uh, and I was like, yes, that's him. And so we like park the car, and we're sitting there, and my mom was like, okay, go. And I was like, Mom, I need someone to take the picture. So we finally, after 15 minutes, decided we're gonna get out of the car and we're gonna go to the bathroom because my brother had to go to the bathroom. So we're like going, and we're walking into the place, and guess who starts walking right behind us? Jordan Malone. And I'm like freaking out, like I don't know what to say to him. And so we like get inside, and he like walked past us, and I chickened out, and I was just like and so then we went to the bathroom, and then I think he went to go eat or something, and he was like sitting with a bunch of people, and I didn't want to like bother him. And Mom's like, go. And then when I finally get up the courage to go, he's gone. So then we like wait around for a little bit, and we go outside because we're gonna go get some food. And so we're outside talking, and out walks Jordan, and he like went to sit at a table. And so I'm like, hey Jordan, can I get a picture? He's like, are you from Twitter? And I was like, yup, that's me. And he's like, okay, yeah, let me go get my medals. They're in the car. Like, no big deal. 2 Olympic medals in the car. Let me go get them. So casual. So he's like, goes to get his medals, and I'm like talking to my mom. I'm like, what if I drop them? Like, I'm so nervous I'm gonna drop his medals. Like, and so he comes back, and he like lets me hold them, and like he tells me about them, and then Owen got to touch them. He really wasn't that interested because he had no idea what was going on and why I was freaking out, and he just wanted some food. So I'm like holding his medals, then we like take a picture with them, and I'm like trying not to sound crazy and obsessive and weird. I had brought my paper for him to sign, like my English paper, but I like didn't want to be weird and ask him to sign. So we take the picture, and then he's talking to me about like why he's there and like the coach and stuff. And I asked him if he was gonna go for another Olympics, and he was like, I'm not sure, maybe, we'll see. I'm like thanking him like a million times, and we're heading to our car, and he's heading to put the medals away, and he's still talking to me, and I'm still freaking out. And then like we had walked past his car, and he shouts, hey, don't forget to tweet me that picture. I was like, oh, okay. So I happy dance all the way to the car, and so I put the pictures on Instagram, put them on Twitter, then I tweet it to him, and he retweets it and favorites it, and then he himself tweeted the picture, and another short track speed skater, Travis Janer, actually like favorited the tweet, so that was really cool. It was literally the best day ever. I've been wanting to meet Jordan since 2010, but whenever he came, he was either really busy or I couldn't make it up there or whatever. So it was so great and so awesome. I just wanted to thank my mother for taking me in traffic to see Jordan when he was like an hour and a half away, 2 hours. I want to thank my friends for putting up with all my texts asking them to take me, or all my texts saying, oh look who I met, here's the picture. And finally, I want to thank Jordan Malone for tweeting me and giving me this information, giving me this opportunity to meet him. It was so awesome, and I just can't thank Jordan enough. I don't know if he's going to ever watch this, but thank you, Jordan. You're the best. I can't wait to support you in whatever you do next, whether it be short track or something else. Alright guys, so that was how I fell in love with short track speed skating and how I met one of my favorite speed skaters of all time, Jordan Malone. If you want to see the pictures, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and follow Jordan as well. And I think that's all. I will see you guys next week for a new video. Bye!